She is a monster.
Now, the next person under fire is a billionaire couple. Virginia writes in her book, "There are other men whom I was trafficked to who have threatened me by asserting that they will use litigation to bankrupt me. One of these men's names has come up repeatedly in various court filings, and in response, he has told my lawyers that if I talk about him publicly, he will employ his vast resources to keep me in court for the rest of my life." So for that reason, the next person, Virginia Giuffre, only refers to this man as billionaire man number 1 and his pregnant wife. However, in her 2016 deposition, Virginia Giuffre sues Ghislaine Maxwell. And this is we're going to get into it in the next part, but Virginia Giuffre publicly accuses Epstein and Ghislaine.
She is a monster. She's worse than Epstein.
Ghislaine comes out and basically says Virginia Giuffre is a liar. So Virginia Giuffre's attorneys decide, we're going to sue you for defamation.
Oh.
They sue Ghislaine Maxwell for defamation, and that kickstarts a series of events which leads to both of them being deposed in a deposition where they're essentially being questioned by the opposition's attorneys. And these deposition, the transcripts were unsealed. So there's a lot in there. There's a lot of names in there. However, in that 2016 deposition where she is deposed and Ghislaine Maxwell's attorneys are grilling her, Virginia does name people by name, whereas in her book, she does not. There are still some redactions in the deposition before it was released, but a lot of people have been cross-referencing the deposition and the book and trying to figure out who is who. Some netizens think that billionaire man number 1 and his pregnant wife is Glenn Dubin and his wife, Dr. She states specifically in her deposition, Virginia does, well, it was in the beginning, like after my training, Glenn Dubin and Redacted were the first 2 people I was sent out to. She states that she cannot give exact dates and how old she was, but she says, I can't tell you piece by piece who, but I knew Glenn Dubin was first. Later on page 199 of the deposition, Virginia is asked by Ghislaine Maxwell's attorney, so you're saying Ghislaine Maxwell directed you to have sex with Glenn Dubin? Correct. What words did Ghislaine Maxwell tell you to go have sex with Glenn Dubin? It was same. It was like the same all the time, all right? They want me to go provide these men with a massage. And when they say massage, that means erotic, okay? That's their term for it. I think there are plenty of other witnesses that can attest to what massage actually means. And I'm telling you that Ghislaine told me to go to Glenn Dubin and give him a massage, which means sex. We have no clue if Glenn Dubin is billionaire man number 1. We have no clue if he was an abuser, but it's been widely talked about in the news that he has some sort of connection to Epstein, and this some sort of connection is actually a pretty strong connection.